I will never forget the children I conceived and lost because of the choices that I had made. In the 1970s, I was a young, independent, and healthy working woman, and like my peers, I had been sexually active on the pill and believing this was all acceptable behavior. Then I got pregnant. I was new at my job. I had student loans to repay. None of my friends had had babies, but some had had abortions. I wasn't married, so I strongly considered abortion, and my boyfriend left the decision to me. So abortion was my choice. The abortion took place in a major hospital under anesthesia, and the next day I returned to work believing I was okay. Shortly after, I ended the relationship with my boyfriend, and the abortion became my secret. I was not in a space to face it. Years later, after marriage and following the birth of my two wonderful sons, I began to experience insecurity and anxiety. I had nightmares, and I gradually became less and less able to manage basic day-to-day tasks, and my life spiraled into depression. I left my job. I lost my marriage. I sought out various forms of therapy, but these did not help. I couldn't seem to get to the root cause of my depression. 23 years after my abortion, I read these powerful words. If you are depressed from having had an abortion, help is available. In the shock of this message, my body knew the truth, and my conscience could no longer suppress that lie that the abortion had helped me. The abortion destroyed my child and was also destroying me. I made the call for help, and I found the courage to share my secret while journeying with other mothers and fathers suffering the trauma of losing a baby to abortion. So the baby in my womb was real. I named her Marissa, and I grieve the loss of her life, and I'll never forget her. I repented of the abortion. Over time, I accepted forgiveness for this seemingly unforgivable choice. I had to learn to trust myself and others again. Gradually, I was able to return to full-time work. I also learned to recognize triggering events, such as sadness, which would overcome me in the month of June. And that's when Marissa, she would have been born. And I'll never forget that. In recent years, I've asked God to show me other choices in need of repentance. And I find myself unraveling a decision prior to that abortion. When I had started dating, my doctor advised me to use the contraceptive pill as protection, and well, now I know that the pill prevents the fertilized egg from implanting in the womb, and instead, this newly conceived child becomes homeless and is aborted. I had conceived a tiny child during this time, and I've named him David, and I mourn his death. So my healing journey is ongoing. Over the years, I found help through various post-abortion healing ministries, such as Second Chance Ministry, Rachel's Vineyard, and the Sisters of Life. It has involved forgiving myself for accepting the contraceptive abortion movement, and my self-perception has been healed, and I've embraced myself as a mother and a woman. I give thanks to God as the creator of all life, from conception to natural death. And I'm thankful every day for my church, my sons, my family and friends. I have found hope and joy. But I'll never forget you, David, and I'll never forget you, Marissa. And you are the reasons that I am silent no more.